Peace, everyone. I'm thinking about you during this time. I know this is a hard time individually and collectively for so many people, not just here, but globally, thinking about and sending healing energy all across the globe. I am really thinking today about how powerful it is when we start with ourselves. When we start with ourselves and we heal, and then we bring that healing out into the world, when we have the capacity to break open to possibility, even amidst chaos, even amidst uncertainty. And for me, that is what the powerful practice of yogic self-study or svadhyaya has really supported me to do, and that's how and why I started coaching. That's the basis. The self-inquiry, the self-study, it opens to the field of possibility. It opens you, instead of staying in our smaller identities, in the sense of who we are that is oftentimes uninterrogated. It gives us this place to start interrogating who we are, how we show up for ourselves, how we navigate the world, how we show up in the world, how we show up for others. And so it is not selfish nor divorced from the social condition to focus on yourself and to focus on healing in your own body, mind, soul, and coming to an awareness and an awakening to spirit. Coming to an awareness and awakening and an opening to spirit allows for us to bring the qualities of spirit wherever we go. We become a presence that is beneficial in the world. The qualities that I feel so much from practice, the cultivation of compassion, of spaciousness, of neutrality. This neutrality and spaciousness allows me to increase the amount of space in myself of what I'm able to hold in what's going on in my life, the life of my loved ones, and the life of people in the world over. So that spaciousness is vital. And then feeling that vitality, feeling that vital life force energy that I then can bring into spaces with me. And so this is, the power and the benefit of turning the lens, giving yourself a moment to pause and coming back to yourself. That wherever you go, you're already so powerful. You're already a beneficial presence. Because you are here, we are better. We are all better. And when we step into our own healing, the healing is always mutual. So if I'm healing, I'm also healing the ancestral line, because time is circular. And so the past, present, future live together. I am healing for my ancestors, and I'm healing for future generations. The fact that I interrupt the patterns of and dynamics that may have come out of my traumas means that that work doesn't have to be done by my future generations. This is the foundation that we're building. This is the power of turning the inquiry and the practice toward oneself. So with that, just thinking about, how do we start self-inquiry? What even is the basis? So svadhyaya in yoga means belonging to oneself. So this idea of coming home to yourself, of befriending yourself, of befriending all of your parts, and allowing for yourself to cultivate self-compassion. Again, not selfish to focus on the self, and useful to identify the ways that self-loathing, which our ego imbues us, and our social conditioning imbues us with that self-loathing. Where is that showing up that is counter to the love, counter to the compassion? Because if that's showing up in me toward myself, it is showing up in me toward other people. So that's why I interrogated. It's all in the end to be a beneficial planet to myself, to people, and to the planet. So first, I really start to get honest with myself about how I actually feel. I really feel like this is the first step, and I love the set of 3 questions that I credit to Deepak Chopra. How do I feel? Getting a journal and actually writing, how do I feel? What physical sensations are with me right now? So feeling is on 3 levels. What physical sensation are with me now, but also which ones do I carry chronically? What pops up all the time? Noticing, because these can become background noise. Physical sensation and pain at a very low level can just live on without any inquiry. And the body, when it's in physical sensation and in pain, is telling us something. It doesn't mean something bad, it's just communicating. And maybe it is something I have to attend to. Or maybe it's something that I just have to notice. And with that light of awareness, it is satisfied and transformed. How do I feel physically? What physical sensations do I feel? How do I feel in my emotions? You usually have a quick answer. The first answer is usually it. So how do I really feel emotionally? And what are the layers of that emotion? So, maybe it's sadness. What's underneath that sadness? Emotions carry a spectrum, so there can be a continuum of an emotional feeling, sensation, because I'm saying now tying it to the sensation because it may actually. You can inquire with yourself if that's true for you. Or am I feeling really overjoyed because something, and what is that? What's the quality, the nature of that feeling? So that's on the emotional spectrum. Those are just some examples. And then how do I feel in my mindscape? What are the quality of my thoughts? So I might stop and listen, turning the attention inward by taking a soft gaze. People often, I know I do this, look up what I'm thinking or trying to see my thoughts. Or I might close the eyes to turn the attention inward and get quiet to listen. What are the quality of my thoughts? And then how spacious, how crowded is the mindscape with no judgment, just seeing how much space or how much thoughts are there running, and do I notice what the thoughts are? So again, writing all of this down just helps us have a benchmark, and this can be in any moment and in every moment because we change from moment to moment. So that is a good place to start the self-inquiry, is what's really living here, what's really present with me here. And then from there, there's so much that can come out as you journal. The inquiry can go on because you'll find physical sensation, and then you might ask yourself, where's that really coming from, or how long have I felt that, or does that get triggered or activated by something? Same with the emotions. And then the thoughts, will lead you down a path of formulating some questions for yourself. So this is just to get you started, just a small start for your self-inquiry, for you to turn toward yourself. And you might already have this practice, so you can deepen it. And there's nothing that is too beginner, for any of us, those of us who have been practicing self-study, self-inquiry, and self-belonging for a long time, can always turn to this particular question. And that's just one question. how do I feel on these layers? And then the second and third question I'll give you without any explanation. What do I need? And then what do I want? And want distinct from need. Just allow yourself to have the imagination to say, and the, honesty with yourself to say what you really want. What do you really want? I hope this is supportive. I'll see you again. Peace.